newsletter feature in Lead Street allows you to provide value to your clients while saving you time. Each month, curated content is automatically added, scheduled, and delivered. All you need to do is enroll your clients. Like the name would suggest, the Lead Street monthly newsletter can be accessed within the Lead Street tool. To access Lead Street, click on the Lead Street tile within Max Center. That will take you to your Lead Street homepage, which will look something like this. To access the monthly newsletters, click on the 3-line hamburger menu located in the upper left-hand corner. From there, click on Email Marketing and Monthly Newsletter. This will take you to the monthly newsletter page. At the very top of the page, you can see that there is a notice letting you know when the most recent newsletter was sent, and that includes that sent date. Below that, there is a white box with all of your newsletter settings. There are 4 main pieces or 4 main settings that you have control over, and you can opt in or opt out to any of these settings. The first is that you have the ability to receive notifications for the newsletter. Specifically, you will receive an email notification when the newsletter is ready to review, and then you'll receive another notification when the newsletter has been sent. This is great so you can keep on top of making any of the edits if you so choose. However, if you do not want to receive these email notifications, you can opt out. This is automatically defaulted to on, but if you don't want to receive those notifications, simply click on the toggle so that it says no and is gray. To the right of that, you have a setting where you can opt in to send the newsletter automatically. This is a great feature. It allows you to be pretty hands-off on the newsletter, and it's going to automatically send in the background so you don't have to lift a finger. The newsletter will automatically send on your behalf on the day the newsletter is scheduled for. The default setting is the last Thursday of the month. If you prefer to have a little bit more control, you can send the monthly newsletter manually. To do so, you'll need to turn off the send newsletter automatically setting by clicking on the toggle so it is gray and says no. This means that for each month, you need to go in and actually click the send button before that newsletter will send out to anyone who is enrolled. The next setting allows you to automatically enroll all new leads. These are leads coming from any of the REMAX.com lead generating sites and any leads coming in from LeadGator or Zillow Tech Connect if you have those set up. This is a great setting, a great feature, because it allows you to provide value to those leads off the bat. And by doing so automatically, again, saving you time, you don't have to lift a finger. It's automatically going to happen for you. If you don't want this to happen, this defaults to no, so you don't have to take any action. You do have to opt into this if you do want to automatically enroll these. Again, if you don't want that to occur, just keep this to no and gray. The last setting is the option to add recent activities. So these are recent home sales to the newsletter at the very bottom. And this is based off of that lead city, state, and zip code. Let me show you what that looks like. On the right-hand side, I have a new tab with a preview of what that newsletter looks like for the month. And at the very bottom, you'll notice this white box that says listings near your home within 5 miles. So this is that recent activity information that you can opt in to add to any of the newsletters. If you do want that added to the newsletter, have this toggled on to yes. However, if you don't want that included and you just want the newsletter content, then just click on the toggle so that it says no and is gray. Those are your newsletter settings. Once you have everything set up to your liking, you then need to go and edit the newsletter. And you can do that under the next white box that says Preview Edit Newsletter. Now, just like with the automatic sending, you can be as hands-on or hands-off on this newsletter as you so wish. However, you do have control over editing. REMAX curates all the content for these monthly newsletters, and they are designed to not need or require any editing, so they're good as is. However, we always recommend that you go ahead and make some changes and read through the content that you're sending out to your client base. Make sure everything sounds like it's something that you want to promote, and also make sure it sounds like it's coming from you. Within this section right here, it's a basic text editor. So you have control over, bolding font, changing the color, the text size, putting in a hyperlink, whatever it is that you want to do. And if you did want to focus on one area to customize with each monthly newsletter, it would be this very first white box within the text editor. This is the intro for the month, so make it sound like it's coming from you. Add any of your voice, your brand, your insight into this section. Below that, you will notice each of the different topics for that newsletter for that month. And again, you don't need to make any edits here. However, you are able to change any of the information in here. You can omit information, delete it, or add in, which is highly valuable. Take a look at this. It says 3 ways to fit furniture into any house. Maybe you change that to 5 ways and you offer your insight, your value that you can provide within that topic. Again, completely optional, but feel free to make any of the edits that you wish to make. Once you have made those edits, you can preview what that newsletter will look like by clicking on the blue preview button right here. That will take you to this tab again where you can preview what that month's newsletter looks like. Once you have made any changes or edits to the newsletter, make sure to click on the Save Changes button. That will become available once changes have been made. That will be no longer grayed out. You'll actually be able to click on that. Just make sure to click Save Changes so that all of your changes are actually saved. Now, once you have your settings complete and you've edited that monthly newsletter, you need to enroll clients. And you can do so very easily in this very last box where it says Newsletter Recipients. Here at the top, you're able to see how many people you currently have enrolled in the monthly newsletter. And then you're able to individually add clients to the newsletter, or you can do so in bulk. First off, if you're searching for a specific lead or contact, click on this search button here, and you can search by name, email, or by category. That'll help pull up just the individual that you want to add. You can also simply click on each of these checkboxes and then click on the red subscribe button. That will then subscribe these 4 individuals that have been selected. If you want to do it a little bit faster, you can click on Select All, and that will select all of the contacts that are within this page. And you can jump to different pages with this drop down right here. And then you also have the option of selecting every single one of your contacts by clicking on this link and then clicking subscribe. Now within this section, obviously you're able to subscribe individuals, but you're also able to unsubscribe anyone. So maybe someone comes to you and mentions wanting to be unsubscribed. and they do have the unsubscribe button within the email, but maybe they don't want to do it manually or they can't find the email, you can do it on their behalf as well. This system does honor anyone who has been unsubscribed or has opted out of receiving those emails, so they will not receive those emails if they do unsubscribe, but you have control to unsubscribe or subscribe any of the contacts within LeadStreet. Once you have sent out a newsletter for the month, those messages are stored within the message library. To access the message library, simply go to Email Marketing and click on Message Library. To find the newsletter messages within the message library, click on the link that says Show Search Options and select Newsletter from the category. Here down below, you can see a list of all the different newsletter messages that have been sent in the past, and you can edit directly from this page. You can also pull up these different newsletter messages in this Send Email section. So just go to Email Marketing, Send Email, and you can actually send a previously sent newsletter message to a separate individual. Maybe there's valuable content, but they didn't become a lead for you until later on, and you want to send this off to them. You can do so under Send Email. To do so, click on where it says Email Message Details. Click on the radio button that says Used Saved Message. And then in this drop-down that says Select Saved Message, click on the newsletter that you want to send. That will populate the newsletter content in the text editor below. And again, you can make any edits within here before sending that off. This preview button will allow you to preview that newsletter, and then you'll click Send Message once you want to send that out. So again, the LeadStreet monthly newsletter provides quite a bit of value for your clients, quite a bit of content on your behalf, and you can be as involved in it as you want. You can choose to manually send and edit every single month before it gets sent out, or you can opt into automatically sending them and not making any changes. It's really what you want to do with it, but it is an amazing feature available to you within the LeadStreet tile in Mac Center.